Yo, yo. Not the energy I expected to come in with. Hello, everyone. It's Thursday. Gosh. I wish I got more sleep. That's what's on my mind right now. I want sleep. But, like... Well, it is because I didn't go to sleep last night super well. I was gonna be like, well, I did get some pretty good sleep last night. I didn't. I was asleep soundly. Last night was actually one of the first nights that I didn't have a dream. Bless. I don't know what... I feel different. Every time I talk about, like, my dreams. You know what I mean? Or I don't know if people know that. I sorry. What? Not gonna look at that anymore. I talk about having dreams all the time. And I've never heard anybody else talk as often about dreams as much as me. And that scares me. Am I some kind of... It scares me because I wonder if I'm some kind of, like, messenger. Am I the prophet? That's what I'm scared of. I'm not scared of it. But it is strange, huh? Because... It has to be a sign of something, right? If not, I'm the chosen one of God. It's... You got mental health issues. And honestly, I can't tell you which one. But yeah, how's everybody doing? Speaking of my sleep last night, sorry, I'm so distracted. Speaking of my sleep, you know what's been ticking me off? Actually, as soon as I took a shower this morning, it started to tick me off. The temperatures seem to be backwards. I think we're regressing already, and it's late August, which isn't great. I think the cold is coming back earlier than I hoped for it to. Last night, one of the big reasons why I couldn't go to sleep last night was because it was really hot. Like, too hot. I laid in my bed for shit you not like an hour. Like, trying to go to sleep, and I was like, it's so hot. I can't use my blanket. Nothing is cooling me. Not even my AC's on too, and it's not cold enough, and I'm like, what's happening? It's usually fine. It was fine when it was hotter, right? Because, like, I don't know if this was just a really hot night in particular. It was like 60-something degrees Fahrenheit. Right? Nothing like crazy. Nothing crazy. But I just could not go to sleep. There have absolutely been nights that have been hotter than that, where I was able to just like knock out. But not last night. It was really annoying. I was just like, I hate this. There's like sweat. It's hot. It's uncomfortable. I don't like... This isn't good. I hate this. Really, it sucked. So I ended up, like, turning up my AC all the way. And that was good, but I don't like doing that. Because power and bills. You know what I mean? Hate it. It is. Oh. It's. Oh. It's. Oh. I also wish I had water last night. That's probably what it was. I just didn't have water. Stay hydrated. I've been trying to drink a lot more water recently just because, life. I just saw a meme about water recently, and it's like, promised benefits of water: reduced brain fog, clearer skin, more energy. Right? Expectations versus reality. Reality is piss. So much peeing. Oh my god. You start drinking water normally and you never realize how much people piss. My bladder problem is being put on full blast because of it. I don't know if it's a bladder problem, but it's definitely like one of those like I speculated things cuz I went when I went to school, right? I was a shy boy. I was a shy, anxiety-ridden boy. And I wanted to interact and get to know people as little as possible. And one of those ways I did that was by not going to the bathroom. Hold up. Give me 1 second. But yeah, I didn't go to the bathroom even. I only went to the bathroom during lunch when I could go freely. And that was enough for me. Once in a 7-hour period was good enough for me in school. So that's when I tried my hardest to do it. There were a couple times where I had to hold it really long though. Mainly because there were times where I was too anxious to go to the bathroom when I was at lunch. I was scared. I was a scared boy. I'm not scared anymore. I'm telling my peace story in front of a public space. But you know, God, I feel so weird right now. What's happening with me? Am I dying? You know what it is? I'm distracted right now. That's what I am. How do I undistract myself? What's my mind on recently? Yeah, I'm not like... Hold up. I didn't grab a soda today. I just realized that. I usually do, but I didn't this time. Maybe that's what I'm missing. A soda. I don't like the idea of becoming healthy and changing my current me. Well, that doesn't sound great. I've realized I've always been kind of like a change-averse person, which sounds bad. Change isn't something that you should be scared of, but I don't like it because new stuff sucks. Fuck. I am distracted. I totally am. I said one thing and I was just like, I wonder what's on Twitter. Give me a second, guys. Wait, I'm a bad streamer. Fuck, what's happening with me right now? I gotta look at everything. My YouTube recommended. I everything that's here. Seriously, what's happening with me? Lock in. Lock in. Please lock in. Oh my god. Actually, topic number 3, and we're only like, what? I've only been talking for like 10 minutes. Can I fucking expand on this shit? I have like a headache. Is that what it is? I have a weird mind fog headache. I'm on content brain right now. Content. Okay. And I don't know what it is. How do I illustrate this? I feel like, well, here's the thing. What does my brain feel like when I'm locked in, right? I'm trying, because there was a good stream like a week ago where I just kind of talked, right? What does that feel like? Okay, this is what it feels like. Right now, with this headache, it feels like there's like a clog. You know what I mean? Like something, like a dam, so something that has been built and put up in order to stop the flow of thoughts. That's what it feels like. And I don't know how to remedy that other than just to wait it out, which is why I'm so distracted and could just consume a bunch of media right now. It's probably cancer. Yeah. You're so right. I can't wait to die. That's fucked up, man. It's fucked up. Oh, wow. I'm actually conflicted right now. I won't bring up too much about this because now that you brought that up, I have a thing that I can talk about. Okay, how do I say this? So, what was it? Like a couple streams ago? What was it? Tuesday stream? Last Tuesday stream or last Thursday stream? I did a bit. I did this bit where I before I did my whole talking spiel, I went and wrote a message. I went and wrote a message for one of my projects because I had done the thing that I was signed up to do, and I wanted to turn it in. So I spent the first 30 minutes of that stream writing that message, right? About a day or two after, there was an @everyone message in that. There was an @everyone message in the project server, and I read it, and it was very much like the the pace of we have met some unfortunate delays and roadblocks in the project, and it's going to take longer than expected. There was a lack of audio engineer auditions and video editor auditions, so we only have a very limited amount of people working on it, and I'm like, okay. And then there was another reason that I'm not going to state, but it made me felt so bad. It made me feel extremely bad. Mainly because the message was sent out right after I had sent mine, a day or so after I sent mine out. I felt incredibly bad. I was just like, man, I fucked up. I fucked up, didn't I? This is because here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. You if you look at it from a very objective standpoint, like just like these things happen and there's no relation to them whatsoever. I'm glad that, it's a good thing. They were straight up. They were like, this is gonna take longer than we expected. We missed a lot of our deadlines, and due to a limited staff, it's just gonna take a bit longer, you know. But like, you know, from my perspective, right? It's like, oh, you're wrestling with this issue that you have when it comes to engaging with people and like having an equal exchange with them. But you were able to fight that, and you were able to, clearly communicate and do what you were told to do, and you did your job. However, you were then reminded, or your efforts, not your efforts were for naught, but like you were thwarted in not only a day later by the by this message that was, while objectively not at all spurred on by you, but your brain worms are like, you reminded them of this. And I'm like, man, it definitely feels bad. I don't mean to make that about me though. It's the the reasons they stated in that message, and the reason why it's being delayed a bit is very valid. Even if it wasn't me, if it was anyone else, right? I probably have the objective reaction, right? But because I was the last person who messaged anything about any of that. Yes. All I can say is that I hope they're doing well. It was such like a it's one of like the worst things. It's one of the worst things. It's one of the worst things to happen to me. I'm really bad at like taking I'm really bad at that. Taking what is it? Taking blame? Taking fault? I'm really bad at that. But I'm really good at assuming fault, which is which you know, it's a bad combo. It's a bad combo. Sorry. That's like super dark, and I honestly, now that I'm remembering it, only gonna get darker today. Only gonna get darker. I know I laugh, but hmm. I know I laugh, but that's simply how I lighten my mood. It like puts like a tick on like, my god, I don't want to. Maybe I shouldn't do things with other people, like list. But enough of that. It's in the end, I don't think it's a me problem, objectively. But it has etched its mark on my mind. Yesterday was weird. I'm remembering it now. Yesterday was so weird because yesterday was so weird because it felt so short. I I woke up. When did I wake up yesterday? Like 11. Woke up at 11. I what I actually did was yesterday. The plan was that I wanted to record some things. I think I said that on. I think I said I wanted to try to do that on Monday or Sunday. Last Monday or last Sunday, but my niece was over, so I couldn't. Right. So I'm like, Wednesday it is, right? So but because I woke up really late, 11 is really late for when I wait for like me waking up. So I was like, I need to like warm up, like really fast, take a shower, and then like I gotta go. Because here's the thing, warming up's a really like weird topic for me because I don't know what my warmed up voice sounds like. Or it doesn't come to me often, right? Mainly because I don't know why I have this problem for the longest time. I deal with like phlegm a lot. So even if I am warmed up, my voice is like fucked up a little bit because of like there's like bits and pieces in my throat that are just like being nutty, right? So I'm just like, ha, duh. But yeah, I was like, I woke up at 11, but I was like, I'm probably gonna need like. Usually, what it feels like is I need like 4 hours to warm up, like fully, and feel like completely comfortable. But not like 4 straight hours of just like just like random bits and pieces of like songs I sing over the course of like my morning usually. But not this time. And I wanted to do that, but I'd already done everything that I needed to do, and I woke up late, so I was just like, what do I do? So I played Power World. I sat down, and as I was just like listening and singing, I was just like, I need to catch this man rest. Huh? Oh, what's this? A Jelliet? That's a new one. Jelliet is a new mon that I assume was added recently. Jelliet and then Gelroy. I think is their counterpart. Yeah, I've been wasting. I've been spending a lot of time on Power World. I go on for like, I don't know, I'd say when like at night, and I play for like a couple, I'd say like 2 to 3 hours. But even then, I said this to myself like in the shower, but I was like thinking about like what I do in my day, and I was just like, yo, I'm so like tired. I can't even like spend my time like playing a video game. I don't even have the energy to play a video game. Isn't that crazy? I feel like people are spurred on by their like instincts to like to do things, right? Well, obviously, but like oh, I want to play this game. Oh, I want to play this game. And they'll do it, right? I rarely have that happen to me, like for video games, like ever. I'm just like, this game does exist, and I do think it is fun, but I don't want to play it right now. And also, like, even if I do have that feeling, there's a distinct like lack of energy of just like, oh man, I do want to play it, but I don't want to. I don't want to experience A, B, C, or D, right? A, B, C, and D. Also, I don't feel like the more I like go through, like if I do open the game, the more I go through the menus, the more I'm like, I don't want to play it. Is that bad? Am I forming bad habits? Am I a bad gamer? Yeah, seriously. The only time I ever play video games is off stream, huh? Other than when I'm like kind of spurred. Yeah, I think I'd have to be like invited. Invited or like some super big like event or thing has to happen for me to be like, I want to play a video game. I want to play this game. Tis just the person I am. If I'm not, then I don't. Then I, you know, I think it's because I'd much rather just like do work. You know, keep searching for like the next thing for me to do. Just for me to never finish it. Not that I never finish it, but I never release it. I never, nothing ever comes to fruition with that. That's a bad habit. That's a habit that's bad. I don't think playing a video game is a bad habit though. Or not playing a video game, I mean. But it's a sign. I think. But yeah, yesterday, weird. I warmed up while playing Power World. I was like, I'm good. I took a shower, a hot shower, just so there was steam. Came out, I was like, this is good. Started singing. How long did I do that for? Like 4 hours? I think it was a pretty short session. No, it was like 6 hours maybe. It might have gone to 8. No, it definitely went. It was earlier than that. It might have gone to. I started at like 1 or 2 o'clock, and then it went to like. Yeah, I'd say like 6, 7 o'clock. Just cause that's around the time my mother gets home, and then I don't know what I did for like the last couple hours. I forget. I might have been writing something, and then I was either writing something or I played Power World. One or the other. And then at like 10, I was like, I'm tired. So then I started. But my parents yesterday for some reason they were singing, even though they never do that on the weekdays. And I had to wait for them to be done because I didn't want to be in the bathroom when they finished, and then they came upstairs and then they were like, I gotta use the bathroom. Like, that's annoying. That's annoying to me. So I just waited for them to be done, and then they used their thing. And then this was around like 12. And then I went, and then I tried to go sleep, and then I didn't. It was really hot. Seriously. It was so hot last night, right? I couldn't sleep. I fell asleep at like 2:30 in the morning. Legitimately. And then I woke up. I was like, it's cold because I turned my AC up all the way. I turn it off. Go downstairs, eat. Come upstairs, take a shower. Hop out the shower. It is freezing cold after I take a shower. I'm just like, why wasn't it this cold earlier? When I was trying to sleep, it was actually like... It ticked me off, kind of. I was like... What the fuck? Like, you know, kind of that shiver in my boots. Kind of cold. It was really annoying. It was extremely annoying. Because I was just... Like, it's summer, even though it's late August, right? Even though it's late August, I was like, it shouldn't be, like, cold. It was fucking cold. Like, it was annoying. Yo, Gold Apple, what's up? It's too cold in the morning. It's too hot at night. You typed it twice. I'm tempted. Unless it's I know that actually happens because it's like an internet thing, right? Now that I think about it. Actually. Sat here for 30 minutes. Really? Wait, you're on the wrong account. Wait, we're dissecting this. We're dissecting this. You couldn't chat because you were on the wrong account. How does that work? Is there like a what limit is there to your what does your account have that limits your chatting here? Cause I'll be frank, Gold Apple came in, sent the message twice, I assume because of internet, right? And it instantly reminded me of Tuesday's stream. That's exactly what I wanted to talk about. Tuesday's stream. What an annoying stream. It reminded me of Tuesday's stream because Spiritfarer is a good game, right? But Spiritfarer is a good game, but that game can be very annoying sometimes, and I had a little moment at the end of it. But my main problem with that stream, the stream in general, Tuesday stream, was that there was a chatter in the chat that day that really ticked me off. He came in at the exact wrong time, said the exact wrong things, and I was like, I said this to him. I was like, hey, if you play any more of this, like, if you try to do this, if you come back next stream and you try to do this again, I'm gonna ban you. But I ended the stream and I instantly banned him. I was just like, fuck it, you know, who cares? I don't like like he did a lot of things to tick me off. Not like he didn't like, it wasn't like egregious, you know what I mean? That wasn't me. Good. It wasn't like, he didn't like break my rules and he didn't do anything egregious, right? But he said all the exact buttons, you know what I mean? For me to be like, yo, dude, you gotta like slow your roll. Cerseus, the way you were talking right now, if that was you, you confess right now. The same thing happened to me once. It's very annoying. It's just annoying sometimes. It wasn't me. Okay. If it was you, I was gonna ban you. Cause seriously. Look, man, I hear you. Seriously, if there's one thing, he said a lot of things that ticked me off. The biggest thing that ticked me off was when he brought up my viewer count. Don't do that to any streamer. Don't do that with anybody. He said it in the most condescending way, and I was just like, you're like, in the moment I was like, that's fucked up. that's fucked up. But I was like, you know, it makes sense. But then after I was like, no, it's fucked up, and then I banned him. That was, for me, that was the final straw. Don't ever do that. It instantly like demotivates and like spirals a streamer into like losing their purpose of streaming. You know what I mean? It's like, it's very gross. Don't do it. And I know I use words that seem extreme, but it's very like morally, you know, there's a bunch of like expectations that should be met. That's what I mean. This is what I mean by like YouTube viewers and people who watch streams on YouTube, as at least like the ones that I run into. At least here on YouTube, right? And the ones that I've met every time and that I've like banned and gotten rid of. like like a majority of YouTube live stream viewers do not know how to how to behave in a live stream. Like seriously. What's so hard about let me fucking like let me like dumb down like my version and what my expectations are in terms of like rules, right? Don't be an asshole. Don't backseat me. Don't derail the stream. Chat about whatever the stream is on, right? If they're talking about something, let them talk about it before moving on, right? What else? Is that it? Right? Is that it? 6. Person can ban you whenever they want. That's kind of like... Is that the general... That's like the very like... I think all of those rules are in my... are in my rules. Read them. It's very annoying though. Hi Luna, what's up? Why is Emil the frog on the screen? Cause we're friends. We've been friends forever. Emil and I. Ain't that right, Emil? Ain't that right, Emil? Oh, Emil? Oh, Emil. What's wrong? Oh, thank you. Welcome. Oh, oh, he's dead. Oh no, Emil. I haven't done this bit in a while. Emil. I haven't talked with Emil in a long time. How do I do it? This? Nope. How do you do it? Hold up. Give me a second. This. And then he... Yep. That's my friend. That's my friend Emil. Tuesday. Talking about you? Were you the person that ticked me off at the end of the Tuesday stream? No, you weren't, because you were at the Tuesday stream. Wait, if I go back to see the Tuesday stream... Yes, he will still be there. He'll still be there on screen. He won't be there in, like, the live chat. It's very... I don't recommend watching it, because as much as I tried to play it off, I was very, like, obviously, like... I was very obviously like ticked. I was already it was a moment that was spurred on by the game that was further spurred by the chatter. The chatter makes the stream, believe it or not. Chatter makes the stream, but hierarchy and power dictates that I can call you a bitch whenever you want. Which is my metaphor for I'm gonna ban you. Not directed at anyone here right now. If I felt that way about anyone that was here right now, I would ban you. I'm trying to become more and more trigger happy with me banning people, just because it's like a vibe checker, you know. Or, well, them talking in my chat is a vibe checker. And if they don't pass the vibe, then they're gone. No ban, please. Look, man. There's like, I almost guarantee that there's like a 99.99% chance that I won't ban you as long as you read my rules and follow them. Yes, it is like an essay of rules. But no. But no, I will not tolerate you not reading them and then acting up in my chat. What about the 0.1% chance? Yeah, you get banned. That's the other possibility. When will the gameplay be starting? In like I usually talk for an hour before we play the game. So how long are we gonna stream for? 40 in like 15 minutes. Wait, I haven't read the rules. Hey, fucking, hey, please stop. I need to like set like a good example for like. Well, I already do. Hey, if you, there's so many people that I wish. There's another person that I remember that I shouldn't, that I should have banned that I didn't ban. There are rules. Read the pin message, please. I don't specify where they are, but they are in the description. Yeah, so gameplay will be starting in 50 minutes. I don't even remember what my rules are. There are like 14 of them. And the list has only gotten longer. No, you're not. Are you? I actually can't tell. Who knows? But it's what you exactly said. Look, I don't ask a lot, you know. Just like it's like 12 points. Yeah. Yeah, it's only gotten longer, and it will only get longer as I encounter more people, right? Because people will continue or will find ways for me to be like, wow, I'm not cool with that. And then I'll make a rule of it. Who is Mr. Pink Dino? Hold up. That's Mr. Pink Dino. Now that I read the rules, didn't I break some of them last stream? Mr. Pink Dino is a really old joke on the live stream. What was his voice that I did a long time ago? Back issue. I miss Mr. Pink Dino. It was a joke that was made by Ambrosia, who was a regular. In terms of like rules, in terms of like, okay, in Gold Apple, in terms of like rules, like just follow them. Just try to make sure you follow them. If I don't catch you breaking them, here's the thing, right? As much as I'm like reminding people of that's the thing, right? As long as it'll always be as much as what am I trying to say? Okay, this is what I'm trying to say. As much as I am like a stickler and kind of like a giant like reminder of like, hey, read my rules before you come into chat and fucking like, you know, talk to me and interact with me. Like, in the end, me banning people is me saying that you failed a vibe check for me, you know? Because like, what are some of the big ones that like people like? There are definitely like some that I like have like a lower tolerance for. I have one that I have a 0 tolerance. Is to not ruin the vibe. Yes. Yeah, one like 0 tolerance rule that I have is no backseating. Backseating is absolutely the worst thing you can do in my chat. I hate being told what to do. I hate being hinted at what to do if it's not in the game, right? And I hate insinuating what to do, right? Those are kind of the big 3 that I really dislike. Cause one of my general like beliefs when it comes to one of my general beliefs when it comes to like playing video games is that like, you know, it's a self-contained experience, right? Like you should be able to go through the entire thing, whether it's a skill-based game or not, or yeah, you know what I mean? Like whether it's skill-based or not, like you should be able to go through a game like by yourself, no guides, right? No help is what I mean. And having other people kind of pilot you into doing what is and might actually be right instead of you going through the thought process is hindering that person's experience with the game. Is that like that is my general belief, and I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. Well, I don't know what was, yeah, you know what I mean. Right. But yeah, that's a definite like zero tolerance thing. What else is on here? Oh yeah, point 12. Point 12 is event one. Point 12 is a definite like God, oh my God, just think for like a second, like something happened in my chat. I forget what, but it is amazing. I think what the general point of it is, like, it is amazing to me how people can just say things without thinking about it. Like they aren't able to read the room. It's just a crash. Are we sent to, yes, please. Point 12 is a result of people just being weird. Just stop. It's, I'm looking, like, now that you said that and I'm looking back at it, it's so funny to me. People just be people sometimes, and I don't know if this is obvious, but I don't like most people most of the time. This is extremely funny to me, actually. Yeah, just don't do that. I think, okay, honestly, like every point after point 7 is like a, yeah, everything after point 7 is like a rule that I made after I made the initial rules. Point 7, 1 through 7, and 13 are all OG rules. Everything else after that is kind of is and you could tell like what happened for each of these rules, right? Because 8 was when Mr. Pink Dino was. Because 8 was when Mr. Pink Dino became a thing, and I had to justify deleting messages, right? 9 was when someone here really liked when someone in my chat was really into politics, and I was like, I don't keep up enough with the world in order to really talk about it, and like really heavy like just things in general. So I was just like, don't do that. 10 was when there was a role player in my chat. 11 was when there was a rules police in my chat. And then 12 was my breaking point. Just Utah. Look, just fucking be cool. That's all I ask. That's literally all I ask. Just be cool. Don't be a dick. Read the room. Read the room. What games do you play? You know, and all will be fine. All will be fine. I don't, like, I try my hardest not to, you know, have talks like this, right? But like today, I'm definitely spurred on by the fact that the end of the last stream kind of went south. Terraria stream 1. Saturday! Don't you people pay attention? Or play. Pay attention. It's Saturday. Yes, we'll actually play Terraria on Saturday. It's a Saturday thing. I do it weekly. I know I don't put a schedule up, but I do. I do say that. Sonia, what games do you plan to play in the future? The only games that are set in stone right now are the whole Kingdom Hearts series for Tuesdays, and then for Thursdays I don't really know because right, we're gonna play the Great Ace Attorney today, and then after the Great Ace Attorney, what do we? I don't even know what I'm gonna play. Like, I might play the second I just won't come for Tuesdays. That's fine. that's fine. Yeah, I might play like the second Somnium Files game, but like other than that, I don't have anything planned for anything else planned for Thursdays. And then Saturdays are kind of my random days. My kind of fuck around days, you know. Maybe there will be a week where maybe because Cersei has asked for a Terraria stream, and then I was planning to do a Terraria stream on Saturday. I'm not gonna do a Terraria stream, and I'm just gonna like, I don't know, a karaoke. Who knows? Yeah, Saturdays are kind of like the vibe days. Terraria weekend, yeah, weekend Terraria days. That's what that is. Sorry, no, we're still playing Terraria. This, but yeah, the main reason why I have a lot of games that I want to play, like I have a wish list on Steam that people should take advantage of. But the main reason why I don't have a lot of games on Thursday is because I don't have the money for them. I'm actually around this time, around the next, like, I probably have enough to last until like the end of the year, like games, but like actually I'm gonna have to start like changing things around by like 2026 probably. So yeah, if you want a general schedule, Kingdom Hearts Tuesdays, whatever detective game on Thursdays, and then random Saturdays. Yeah. Let's get started. It's almost 1 for me, at least. So, actually, oh man, I totally forgot that I wanted to do this today. Starting today, we're probably gonna we're gonna drop this screen. Probably. Probably gonna go here. Return of the Horse Go. When Tokai Teo decides to fucking lock in. I don't know if... Did you watch that stream, actually? That stream was so frustrating. Just because... She's so dumb. Tokai Teo. I didn't see it. One of the 2 runs that I did that stream was a Tokai Teo run, and I hated it. Did not... I still won, right? But Tokai Teo could not lock in for the life of herself. She kept late starting. Sorry, I'm getting it set up. Gosh, you're failing the vibe check right now. I have to talk. I'm a streamer. I'm not gonna be guilted into being worse. I'm opening it. Gosh. All I'm hearing is that your Tokai is hella cracked. Really stupid. Yes. Because who wit trains? No one needs to wit train. The only time you wit train is in summer, where there's no friendships, right? But you still want to get the level 5 like training stats. That's literally it. Also, if you have like fine motion or Majikane Fuku Kitaru, yeah. Hold up, I need to grab my controller. Give me 1 second, guys. We're gonna get started in just a second. Uma Musume is an easy game. It's an extremely easy game. You all it is just you hit some milestones and you get some skills and you win. Right? Just for me, right? As at least recently. Why? As much as I'm like, I get the bit. My streams have always been like this, guys. As much as I'm like, ooh, yeah, game, finally. Just like, do you guys not like me talking? I've 2 years of the. I thought people liked my talking more than me playing the game. I don't know. I feel like I'm usually late. That's true. If people who are usually late to the stream don't see the first hour of me just talking, which honestly is probably a good thing. There's some weird stuff that I've done in that like hour stint of time. But yeah, Musume is an easy game. You guys don't like me talking, I guess. I'll shut up eventually. And we're gonna get started. Examples of stuff that I've done in my first hour. Give the social anxiety experience, like a couple streams ago. I don't know, because it's mostly just like stories that I tell to myself, and just like tell to myself is wild. I'm supposed to. It is legit. Like, you ever read the streamer code of conduct? It's like, or like norms. It's just like streamers talk a lot. I'm not gonna be guilted into talking less. Is one of the few things I speak my mind. One of the few times I can. What have I talked about during my first hour? I don't even remember. Well, even if I wanted to talk about it, you wouldn't even be interested. Because you don't want to hear me talk about anything. Gosh. This is the most, like, anti-talking chat I've ever had. I never thought in my entire, like... literally every other, like, time I've had someone, like, be here for my like, talking part of the stream, they've always been here for when I was talking, and then they left as soon as the game started. The opposite is happening right now. just on the wrong count. Yeah, I'll believe you. I don't know. I don't look at my stats anymore, so. Come on, well, let's just start it. I feel bad now because we're not getting started with the game. I'd have to think of there's too many, like, 1 hours that I have to go through in order to look at, in order to tell you, like, specific things. I've been doing this for too long, man. Almost 300 videos of 300 streams of just this. 301 hours. 300 and something hours of me just talking. All right, I'm sorry. I'll get started. I would have been banned on my first message. Am I soft? No, I definitely am. I definitely am. I'm kind of a... Because I like giving people the benefit of the doubt, you know? That's not a bad thing. It's just, you know... You talk to them for... You see them, you're like, oh, new viewer, you know? Guy has 0 viewers for like 2 months. First viewer comes in, oh, hey, they say something weird, it's okay. I feel like I've broken a lot of rules over my time. Look, man, in the end, it's always just a vibe check. Just don't tick me off, and I'll be all good. What was I talking about? People do that all the time. The stay for an hour then leave. They like hearing me talk and joking with them, but as soon as they start focusing on the game, they're like, "This guy sucks." How we gotta start the game? I can't keep talking. You guys don't want me to talk, and yet you guys keep making me talk. I am being I am being what is it? Morally manipulated. Who are you calling attention deprived? I hate it. I hate attention. Stop giving it to me. Come on, I'm gonna play a game. Come on. Okay, let me just. Okay, first of all, new setup, so hopefully I don't have to move everything. Oh, you were talking about the. Oh, 100%. They do make me feel bad though, because I'm like, man, should I just be a talking streamer? Okay, but yeah, new setup. So hopefully I don't have to move anything too much. Maybe I just have to move me around like this. But last time on the Great Ace Attorney, we finished the first game. If you need a recap on that, first of all, if you didn't go watch the other streams, please go watch it first. Leave. But amazing story. I really like the story from the first game, and I've only heard good things about the second game. But spoilers now. No. But yeah, Susato left. We solved the case last stream. The last case of the last game, last stream. Susato left. We're left being sued by some train company. And all's good. And now we're gonna start the second game. I have no idea what's gonna happen in this game though. I'll be frank. I know very little. Nothing big. I know nothing. Also, a bunch of voice acting today, so you're right. You won't hear me talk anymore today. Isn't this cute?
Standing here in the bright sunshine, looking out over the vast ocean. Those days in London seem like a dream. But I do miss my time in England's vast capital.
Why are you speaking in English? Aren't you in Japan?
He's flourished into a truly wonderful lawyer. I've no doubt that at this very moment, he's fighting some noble cause in court. Forgive me for taking so long to come to visit you.
Oh, is this Kazuma?
Life has been such a whirlwind since I returned.
Please don't be Kazuma.
And no one could have predicted what has happened. Just 2 months after arriving home.
I find myself faced with another crime. Why didn't it say that? Why didn't you say that part? Oh shit.
So I came here today to ask something of you. Tomorrow, I shall be standing in court. For the only time in my life. As a lawyer.
Wait, really? Whoa. Wait, is she dead? Whoa.
Please,
Whoa.
I ask for your guidance.
Yeah, is this Kazuma?
Kazuma-sama.
Oh my god, it is. Stop. Why do you keep bringing him up? He's dead. Stop bringing him up. Wait, we're standing in trial as a lawyer? Susato? Wait, the tutorial case is Susato. That's amazing. Also, the girl's dead. I wondered what happened to her. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's a lot. First of all, Kazuma got buried in a beautiful place. I love that place. However, one earthquake and it's like, it's done. Like, it's getting toppled over. Like, I hope Kazuma's family is okay with that. August 13th. Wait, how long ago or how long after is this, right? 2 months after. Oh, 2 months. So you just see the trees gone in the it's like a box down in like the down in like the rocks under the cliff, and it's just like Kazuma. It's like his neck is broken again. Man, oh, this is wild. This is a wild opening. If you don't know from the first game, first of all, Kazuma being the Ryunosuke's best friend that died on the ship on the way to London while they were going to take their little trip. And he ended up dying, which Ryunosuke ended up taking up the mantle of being the lawyer that represented Japan and England under the guidance of Susato. But they were there for a little bit, but Susato had to come back because her father got sick with something. So she came back, and I guess Kazuma's been buried now. She's back, but now Susato's on court for something. We don't know what her father is happening or what's happening with her father. Hopefully he's okay. But also, the victim of this case was the culprit of the first case in the first game, which is fucking wild. Because I was curious about what happened to her because she felt like such a big like plot device, right, in the first game, but nothing happened with her. But now shit's happening now. Kazuma, just stay safe. It's all making sense. Yeah, there's a lot of story being told here. And yeah, this will be the game that kind of connects everything. The first game did leave like a bunch of like holes. Like it left a bunch of questions, right? Like mostly with Ryunosuke and the Europe side, right? But this was definitely one of the Japan ones that felt like open-ended. The culprit of the first case. Mm-hmm. I have the voice act. 13th of August, 8:26 a.m. Supreme Court of Judicature. Defendant's Antechamber 3. Is that how you say that word? Here I am again after 9 months. The Supreme Court of Judicature of Japan. Hold up. I'm already being tested on my vocabulary.
Judicature.
I am right. Always right. I feel so nervous, but I must steel my nerves and find a way to compose myself. Oh, father. You're okay. Ah, good, you're here. It doesn't do for a lawyer to be late. Oh, yes, good morning, sir. I hardly recognize you. You cut a fine figure, counsel. Don't talk to me like that. But you look as white as a sheet. And those wide eyes aren't doing you any favors either. Oh dear. The truth is, I'm so incredibly nervous. I feel utterly nauseated. I almost wish that I'd never been born. Goodness. Not that sort of thing a father hopes to hear from his daughter, I must say. Hi, father. Yuji Mikotoba, professor of medicine at the Imperial Yume University. Man who, earlier in his life, traveled to Great Britain to study the latest advances in forensic medical science. And of course, my brilliant father. Excuse me. Whoa, who are you? Would I be correct in thinking that you're to be my lawyer in court today? Yes, that's right, miss. Well, I want to thank you for agreeing to represent me. I swear on my life. It's complete fabrication. This whole thing. Who is this? Raymond Bami. Born the same year as I, and my greatest friend. Oh, you're gonna die too. I can see Kazuma's shadow, like, looming over her, you know? Like, my greatest friend. Oh, whoops! Ah, she gets pushed over, and then she hits the the side of the desk with her neck. Oh, her neck! She broke her neck. How could this happen? Stop. I'm tired of, like, these best friends. Like, I'm tired of these best friends and, like, people dying because we're my greatest friend, and I'm the main character. Though unusual for a woman of our time, she works at the university research laboratory helping my father. And sadly, she's the defendant in today's trial, accused of committing a truly awful murder. Are you feeling alright? Since we started talking, you seem, well, to have become a little flushed. Oh, it's just that you look so gallant and dashing. Sorry? And when I fall under your intense gaze, it makes me feel rather bashful. Oh, you're dead. Oh, you're so dead. You know, Kazuma gave me these same vibes too. God, you're my best friend in the world. I wouldn't take anyone over you. I'll smuggle you and I'll commit a crime and smuggle you into London so we can ransack the streets of Great Britain. It's like, oh. You won't just do that with anybody, you know. You do that with your best friend. Yo, you can't blame me. They fucking bring him up every time. Every single case, they bring him up in some capacity. Goodness, I don't think she knows. She hasn't realized who I am. It would seem our little plan for this trial is going to work. Oh, what do you mean, Professor Mikotoba? Even if even your best friend can't see you through your disguise, I think we can relax. Disguise? Yes, I've never tried dressing up this way before, but of course, of course, so I wasn't sure how convincing it would be. But this does make me feel a little relieved, as you say, Father. Father? Ah. What? Is that you, Susato? I'm sorry I didn't say something sooner, Ray. It's just that... No, what are you doing? What's going on? What? That varsity uniform, that varsity cap, that varsity cape, the varsity badge. Look at you. You look for all the world just like a student of the Imperial Yume University. A male student. Wow, really? I want to see it. Can I see? Stop being first person. Let me see it. I'm glad you think so. It means that all my preparations have been worthwhile. I've been awake. I woke at 4 this morning to make a start. But I don't understand. Why are you dressed like that? Well, you see. When do we get to see the... Yeah, right? I want to see it. This is kind of hype. I want to see... Yo, Susato. I want to see Misato cross-dress. It was the only way. The only way she would be permitted into the Supreme Court to take on your defense in this trial. My defense? Yeah, she must be very pretty if Ray... I mean, I don't know. Maybe Ray swings that way. Never before in my life have I felt so frustrated at having been born into this body. Courts in Japan are barred to women. We're not even allowed to set foot inside the courtroom. I see. despite the fact that laws of the land apply to all people, male and female alike. But women are forbidden. Just for today. I'll be leaving my true self at the courtroom door, so that I can act as your lawyer. Oh, Susato. You go to such lengths for me? Oh. What? I think Ray's a special case for the 1940s. Of course, you're my greatest friend. What's happening? What? Yeah. My greatest, bestest, bed sharing, snuggling, lip kissing friend. I hope so too. I hope nothing bad happens to her. I just worry that we shan't be the lawyer you deserve. We? Oh no, I have complete faith in you. Ray. It's so strange though. I mean, you were an accomplished judicial assistant already. And yet just because you're a woman. What a wretched reason. I mean, why shouldn't you be allowed in court? You're so gallant and dashing. Oh, that's true too. I'm actually scared of that. There's so many possibilities. Because here's the thing. This game is so different from every other like Ace Attorney game. I don't know what to expect anymore. Ray? Please don't look at me like that with those flushed cheeks and doting eyes. Oh, I'm sorry. It's just... You really do look so dashing. Welcome back, Gold Apple. Yes, you mentioned that once or twice. It's just been Yuri. That's what I've been saying, man. I'm just like, yo, these two have just been like low-key, not even low-key, like high-key, like flirting with each other, but under the guise of friendship. Like, you should be pleased. It means you look convincing as a man. I am pleased, I think. It certainly helped to bolster my confidence today. Ray, you're managing to put on a brave face in all this, but I can see through it. I've noticed how your shoulders are slumped and how you're trembling ever so slightly. Susato, you do believe in me, don't you? I didn't do it. I couldn't have. I mean, murder. Of course. You have nothing to worry about. Your conscience is perfectly clean. Isn't that right? just like slow turn, like pupils like undilate, just like, right? You didn't do it, right? Yes, it is. Perfectly clean. I have absolutely no doubt in my mind that of your innocence. Which is why I'll stand by you until the bitter end in this trial. Whatever happens, I'll always be on your side. Because that's what it means to be a defense lawyer. Isn't that right, Kazuma? This means so much to me, Susato. Defendant, counsel, court is about to begin. Proceed to the courtroom at once. Sorry. You should go in at once, Ray. If you're late, the judge won't hesitate to pronounce you guilty. Oh. Stand aside! Yeah, right? I need to see her. Like, I don't think I've ever seen her run so fast. Well, Susato, you've certainly surprised your father. Going to such lengths to be admitted into the courtroom
and with no prior experience of being a lawyer. But having stood beside one, and even tampering with a crime scene. So much experience.
There is simply no other way. That's all there is to it. But, Father, you haven't told her, have you? I mean, I'm right in assuming that Ray doesn't know how it came to this?
Yes, quite right. I've kept that information from her. It would only worry her if she found out that no other lawyer would agree to take her case. I didn't want to burden her with that.
And is it true? The reason why every other lawyer is refusing to take the case? Is it really because who the victim was? Ah, the girl protected by Great Britain, huh?
We should be making a move now too. As you know, law isn't my field, but I'll do what I can to support my student.
Thank you, Father. Let's see Sasato. I'm Sasato Mikotoba, a judicial assistant. 8 months ago, I accompanied a student of law on a study trip to Great Britain. But 2 months ago... excuse me. Due to unforeseen circumstances, I found myself back in Japan. How many times have I wished that he were here, I wonder? Still, I have no choice but to steel myself for the trial ahead. Wish me luck, Naruhodo-san. Kazuma, Ray, Naruhodo, so many paths to choose. I think we're gonna see here, and I'm gonna really like the design. So, secret fourth option, me. 13th of August, 9 a.m. Supreme Court of Judicature, Courtroom 1. Is it? Oh, Ouchie's here too.
This court's now in session to hear the trial of Ray Membami.
The prosecution is fully ready to proceed, Your Excellency.
Wait, look at her. That's sick. Wait.
Defense counsel, are you ready? Yes, Your Excellency, we are ready.
Underwhelming. Really? Wait, we haven't seen her move yet, though. Ready.
Yes, counsel. According to your registration details, your name is, Ryutaru Naruhodo. Is that correct?
Whoa. That was designed by expecting more. Yeah, I just want to see more of it. We've only seen it from this angle, so I want to see it. Sorry?
Oh yes, I had to come up with a suitable male name for you for this little venture. I'm afraid I simply put down the first name that sprung to mind. Well, counsel.
Ryutaro, that's me. Yes, that's me. Yes, I'm Ryutaro. He who has vowed to uphold the pride of the great Naruhodo clan. Into like a transformer. No, yeah, because this is very like of the time, right? Because Kazuma wore. Wait, who wore something like this too? Was it Kazuma who wore something like that? I think the most jarring part of it is the cape for me, right? I like the cape a lot.
It seems Ryutaro may need to consider how better to uphold his manly act first and not overdo it. And those wild, wide eyes aren't doing you any favors either. Just relax and listen.
Naruhodo.
A fresh face in this courtroom, if I'm not mistaken. What the name Naruhodo would that perchance be?
You may be thinking of Ryunosuke Naruhodo, currently in Britain as part of the study program. This is,
his cousin.
That's right. Ryutaro here has been studying in the provinces, but was called to the capital for this trial. I assure you, In the matters of law, his knowledge rivals that of any of Tokyo's preeminent lawyers.
Ah, yes. He did, right? Oh, yeah, he totally did. I mean, I like it. I like the, what are they called? The laces? The purple on it. Any of them.
What a pitiful situation. Having been rejected by every lawyer in the capital, the accused has no choice but to call in a country boy.
Wow, my voice. This is what I mean. There's like phlegm. Excuse me. Give me 1 second, guys. The cape is a bit much. It's my favorite part of the thing, honestly. Also, do I have to move myself? Where do I want to move? Like here. Here, yeah, I'll move myself here. There you go. To keep that one, yeah, I'll be doing this for the next 6 hours, so wish me luck.
How dare you? Sasato is every bit gallant and dashing as any of your Tokyo attorneys. I won't have any of you making fun of her. Her? Oh,
Please be careful, Ray.
What an unrefined tomboy we have here. But I wonder, is your gallant and dashing lawyer up to the challenge of defending you? His wide, skittish eyes very much suggest that he's not.
I'm so nervous. Now that I'm standing here in his shoes, I'm starting to understand what Naruhodo-san goes through. Like it or not, eyes are... want to flit.
The case can be heard on this day is a matter of great significance to our international interests. In fact, it would be reasonable to assume that the outcome of this trial may very well affect the future of our empire.
Just like the trial 9 months ago. And yet, for the proceedings of such importance, we have this unknown yokel by the dock. Dear me.
Perhaps this would be an appropriate moment for me to assess the defense.
Yeah, ouchie.
To determine whether you are sufficiently competent to practice in this courtroom. 9 months ago, when the other Naruhodo stood where you're standing now.
That's right. Memories.
The same judge tested him as well. And even though he was just a student at the time, not even of law, he passed the test with flying colors. For a trained and experienced judicial assistant like you, this will be easy. So, counsel, do you consent to answering some simple questions?
Oh, she took off the cape! Yo, I like it. I like 100% like it. It's... I know, I know... This is... Yo, it's like there's something in my brain that's tickling. Yo, this is fire. Alright. It's time to prove myself. Yes, Your Excellency. But please do make them simple.
Very well. To start with, will you state the name of the victim?
Phew. That is simple. I couldn't forget it even if I tried. I'm forgetting. Ah.
What's the matter?
Now that I'm standing in his shoes, I'm starting to understand something else Naruhodo-san goes through. Like it or not, minds are... want to blank. Wow, Is that her thing? She says want? W-O-N-T.
It's not surprising, really. It's your first time in this position and in that guise. Even a bright spark like you is bound to flicker and falter a little under the circumstances.
Oh dear. This is a dismal failure.
Don't fret. You only use the knowledge you've gained as a judicial assistant to overcome the problem. This is where you learn tutorial.
Of course, the court record. Many times, yeah, right. she has all the Naruhodo habits.
Yes. The answer will be amongst all the key information about the case in the court record.
That's right. Just use her to open the court record. This is tutorial that you need to learn just in case you didn't play the other game. Why would you play the second one without playing the first? I don't know. And then you will need to flip to the people section with the... And don't take too long over it. His Excellency is watching you closely.
Alright. Check the court record with... That's where the information I'll need will be.
I'm waiting, Counsel. What is the name of the victim in the case?
Postmortem. I just want to see this. Oh yeah, Giselle. That's her name. Giselle Brett. Time of death, 11... Or the 11th. 2 p.m. How did she die? A single deep stab wound from behind piercing a lung and resulting in a fatal hemorrhage. Death would have occurred within minutes. Notes. Extreme meiosis. Pupil contraction. Well, it was observed in both eyes. Well, really, I wouldn't be able to tell. She wears that mask 24/7. Anyways, it's Giselle Brett. Yeah, we still don't really know why she did it, huh? Why she killed Dr. John H. She really is doing it.
The name of the victim who lost her life in this case is Miss Giselle Brett. Giselle Brett.
A name that will never be forgotten in the courtrooms of our country, I'm sure. Correct. And being a member of our Empire's judiciary, you will be well aware of the significance of that name. So, let me pose another simple question. As you know, Miss Brett was a visiting student from the great Empire of Britain. Why, then, is her name... indelibly associated with our own empire's judicial history? Obviously, you won't have forgotten the case from 9 months ago. But if it's proving hard to recall the finer points, everything you need to know is included in the court record.
Obviously, I still remember. That was the start of everything. Giselle Brett. Behind the woman student persona was the face of...
A killer? No.
No, I didn't. Why would I do that? I really like the cap on her. I really like her hair. I'm really liking this design. Oh, is it not judiciary? Fuck! English is my native language. It is a judici... Shit. Okay, whatever. I'll get it next time. 9 months ago, a visiting professor of medicine at the Imperial Yume University was killed. And the culprit was Giselle Brett.
Yes, she was a killer.
That's right.
At the time, our country had just signed a new treaty with the Empire of Great Britain. And it was in the midst of the delicate diplomatic situation that the incident occurred. An Englishman, Dr. John H. Wilson, was shot dead. How? I don't know. It was a whole thing about her going under the table and no one seeing her giant-ass dress go under there and shooting him and then her sneaking out.
Because of some dumb detective. Can you believe that? Can you believe that, father? I mean, from Mikotoba, I believe he was an associate of yours, Mr. Mikotoba. I don't know who's saying all this. Yes, I was indebted to the man. He'd been my mentor when I went to London to study forensic medicine. Indeed. I pronounced them the really old way, alright? These newfangled English words are too much for me. Indeed. It was I who invited him here to Japan as a visiting professor at the university. Naturally, the murder of an Englishman on our soil was a matter the government wished to resolve rapidly. Indeed, it was. Which was why a secret trial was conducted here on Supreme Court. Oh, a gun! A student of the Imperial Yuma University was arrested on suspicion of murder. A second-year English language student by the name of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Oh, really? Yeah, they never expanded on what his study was at the time. So he studied English, huh? That's cool. With the help of who's saying this? With the help of his, I think it's Susato. With the help of his best friend, a student lawyer, the accused conducted his own defense and exposed the despicable crime committed by Miss Giselle Brett. Miss Brett eventually admitted to her crime. However, when questioned about the motive that drove her to take Dr. Wilson's life, she gave no satisfactory answer before the trial reached its conclusion.
Immediately after the trial, the British government brought its consular jurisdiction into play.
When a game is falling really... No. No. That's backseating. To me, that's backseating. I will not allow it. I appreciate the offer, though. But no. If the game is dumb, I'll be mad at it when I find out it's dumb. I already got mad at this game once, during the last trial. I appreciate the offer though.
We were unable to sentence Miss Brett according to our empire's laws.
Consular jurisdiction, huh? That's in this game too, huh?
It was decided that she would be removed to Shanghai, China instead.
Why Shanghai?
There's a British consular court there. Correct. I oversaw the negotiations personally. The date of her transfer to Shanghai was finally settled upon only last week.
Wow, you guys waited 9 months for that?
All that remained of our empire's obligations was to see the woman safely on board on a steamship.
And yet, the very day before her departure, the Englishwoman was killed.
Only the day before. Wow.
That will do. I am satisfied that the counsel of the defense was sufficiently capable of representing the defendant.
Oh. Thank you, Your Excellency. Over the first hurdle.
Now, a summary of the incident, if you please. Prosecutor Alchi.
As you wish, Your Excellency. The repugnant crime took place on the 11th of August in broad daylight.
A beach, huh? Really?
On the outskirts of the imperial capital under the bright blue sky at a secluded bathing spot by the sea. The incident occurred inside a small beach hut erected for bathers to rest and change their clothes.
Just like yeah.
The cause of death was a single stab wound to the posterior abdomen that pierced the victim's lung. An injury which proved fatal. It even killed her goose.
Look at her goose! Or is it a swan?
Look at her swan!
I feel bad for the swan and all the baby chicks it had too. No worries, there's no fan service and I mean, the closest we're gonna get is Susato in the outfit, huh? Which is fine. I like it. It's good. It's good.
There were two persons alone together in the bathhouse at the time of the victim's death. Miss Brett in her bathing attire, and the accused, Raymond Bommy. Accordingly, there can be no doubt of the accused's guilt, especially when we consider she had a powerful motive. The police arrived rapidly at the scene and promptly arrested the young lady.
I see. Someone shot the knife at her. Well, that extraordinary description of events leaves me somewhat lost for words, I must say. That's certainly true. The prosecution's summary was full of words that raise an awful lot of questions. As a lawyer, I really ought to pick the prosecution counsel I really ought to pick up the prosecution counsel on what he said about a powerful motive. Bathing together. You're clearly exaggerating. Powerful motive is a blatant overstatement.
Is that Yokel boy using long words he doesn't fully understand?
I beg your pardon?
No matter. Let us put this to the accused, shall we? Membami-san, you are a research assistant at the Imperial Yume University, I believe.
Yes, I am. I'm working with Professor Mikotsuba in his laboratory at the moment.
I can confirm that. The defendant is an excellent assistant with a strong sense of responsibility.
Fascinating to hear. Now, another question. Prior to your work with Professor Mikotsuba, whose research were you assisting then?
Oh, John H. Wilson.
Oh, well, I was studying under Dr. John H. Wilson.
Dr. Wilson? The visiting English professor who was murdered by Miss Brett 9 months ago?
That's right. Very good.
The accused has a deep-seated respect for her former mentor, Dr. Wilson. Is that not true?
Yes, Dr. Wilson was a wonderful man.
Interesting. Then tell the court what deep-seated feelings you had towards the English woman who killed him.
Well, obviously I was filled with such hatred for what she'd done. A powerful hatred. Oh no, Ray. Be careful what you're saying.
The motive was revenge. Plain and simple, Your Excellency.
Well, you're fucked. It was clearly a trap all along.
How wicked of him to use Ray's undying respect for her former mentor against her like that. I must find out more details, and something we can use to bolster our defense. As a lawyer, I really ought to pick up the
this. Oh, I thought it said bathing together. Oh. I mean, we're gonna enter all these anyways, right?
Membami-san. Yes, what is it, Naruhodo-san?
I'm really starting to wish we'd made my Elias, Ryutaro Susato.
Please tell the court why exactly you were present at the bathing spot with the victim in the first place. And why you were alone with her. Oh, well, no, that's not true. It wasn't like that at all. There were other people present. A detective who was guarding Miss Brett for starters.
Oh God, it's the dude.
I was just asked to accompany Miss Brett as a companion, that's all.
But let us be clear. At the moment of her death, you were alone together with the victim in the hut. You and no one else.
Oh, because they were changing together, I assume, right?
The truth is, there's only one reason why this young woman accompanied Miss Brett on her bathing sojourn. It was the accused's last chance to take the victim's life.
No.
Because, as we know, the following day would see Miss Brett extradited. Extradited to the British authorities in Shanghai. And the accused would never have the opportunity to dispatch her again.
Kindly refrain from conjecture, Council.
For memes? Okay.
The council seems to enjoy using provocative tricks like that. But for now, at least, we need to assemble more facts. Try not to let him goad you.
Oh dear. This is really terrifying. But Father's right. We need more information. As a lawyer, I really ought to pick up the bathing spot.
This is the biggest thing. Like, why...
If I may, Professor Ouchie, Prosecutor Ouchie, my bad.
What do you want, you fresh-faced young Yokel student?
I wonder, could you explain, please? You mentioned a bathing spot.
Huh, my apologies. Clearly my modernity has confused the poor country bumpkin's simple mind. Bathing spots are the very latest trend in health practices from the West. We are told that bathing in water of the ocean is curative, therapeutic, and excellent for the skin's...
No, that's not what I meant. I was referring to the fact that Miss Brett had, to all intents and purposes, been found guilty of murder. Why would a known criminal have been relaxing by the sea?
For old time's sake, I believe.
Sorry?
Miss Brett was desperate for Shanghai the following day.
The blooper rate.
Her final wish, as it were, was to enjoy a day at our country's wonderful coast. And the British embassy put extreme pressure on our government to comply.
But on what grounds would we agree to such a request?
Because, as usual, our government is unable to stand up to foreign powers. In matters of diplomacy, it seems we don't even have the courage to decline the whims of a known criminal.
Damn.
Don't look at me, Professor. It was the government who granted permission, not I. In any case, it was decided that with a dedicated detective on duty, nothing could go wrong.
But in fact, a murder took place.
I said don't look at me. It was the young student girl who did it, not I.
No one has proved that yet.
I wouldn't provoke the man if you don't need to. I believe we have all the we have a clear picture of the incident now. Despite her guilt being determined 9 months ago, Miss Brett managed to avoid incarceration, instead continuing her research work at the university. Obviously, over that period, she and Ray would have encountered each other on a number of occasions.
Seeing the murderer of the mentor for whom she had such great respect enjoying... Let me redo that one. Seeing the murderer of the mentor for whom she had such great respect enjoying such undeserved liberty.
Yes, even if it was only temporary, until Miss Brett's
Extradition.
to Shanghai.
It's getting a hold of you. It is getting to me.
You can hardly blame Ray for her feelings of anger and resentment.
Poor Ray.
So, Your Excellency, if you be so kind as to peruse this exhibit, a photographic print that shows the scene of the crime immediately following a grim incident.
I see. Oh, she is in her bathing garments. Her dress isn't on.
Yes, thank you, Counsel. A tragic image.
As you can clearly see, there is nowhere within the hut that anyone else could have hidden.
Except for the dress. There was a little kid in the dress.
The court will accept this photographic print as evidence.
Yay.
As I understand it then, the victim and the defendant were alone inside the beach hut at the time. This is deeply troubling, I must say. The finger of guilt points firmly at the defendant.
Well, Your Excellency, naturally the prosecution has much more to its case. We intend to prove the accused's appalling actions beyond all possible contention. To that end, I can confirm that we have multiple witnesses to the crime and damning evidence.
Witnesses? But who?
The detective.
One of whom, I might add, is a highly respected police detective. I assure you, the testimony of these witnesses will leave no room for doubt.
No. This suit's really tight.
Very well then, counsel. Bring forth your witnesses. My Ace Attorney game swearing.
Taketsuchi Ouchi have been waiting for this moment.
Sorry?
I really like that pose, by the way. That pose is dangerous to me. Cross-dressing girl in boy clean suit, but still acting kind of. But she still has her, like, I don't want to say feminine, but, like, you know what I mean. Like, behaviors is dangerous to me. It's a dangerous combo.
Oh yes, I haven't forgotten that trial 9 months ago, here in this very courtroom.
Why are you even still allowed here, actually?
When that irrelevant little student boy utterly humiliated me.
Oh, you did grow out your hair.
Ah! Ryunosuke Naruhodo!
What? Yes?
This insult to the Ouchi family name will never be forgotten!
You've become conceited with age, counsel. But it's Kazuma. but the old have to stand aside and make way for the new. It's the way of the world. May you never forget that. Nice transition. Oh yeah.
Strike the head of the samurai whose top knot has been cut and the bell of cultural enlightenment tolls. Yes, on that fateful day, my former self died.
The start of your own mini Meiji revolution. Wow. Are you modernizing as well, counsel?
Silence! Since I swore revenge back then, there's been a minor miracle atop my head. Observe the Ouchi growth. You see this seed of hope sprouting forth from the barren expanse of my crown?
I think that tiny growth is telling me something. I'm afraid I can't really see. Where is this hope exactly?
I said silence! Today I face another Yokel student of the Naruhodo clan. Well, I will vanquish you! And my victory will be fertilizer for the seed of hope atop my head. You have been warned. With that, the prosecution calls the witnesses to the stand.
What the fuck is he on about? Right? It's just like. It seems like the stakes are high on both sides in this trial. The prosecution and defense each has much to lose.
A haircut is hardly comparable to Ray's life.
Right, Ray? Right? It is you. It's you. Oh my god.
Witnesses, please state your names and occupations. It's Oseki.
Chief Inspector Satoru Hosonaga, Imperial Police Bureau. I'm in disguise, obviously, so I can go undetected.
And I'm, well, The next big thing in books. An author renowned throughout the capital, in fact, yes. Kind of. He has a turtle on his head, that's why. Soon to be sold out! A satirical MCAT! A sensational success by Soseki Natsume!
Oh my goodness.
Struggling student from the provinces, please! You need to be in awe of me.
I needn't?
It's only natural that you'd feel nervous in my presence. But all of you, please relax. Call me Soseki even.
Yeah, right. He has a camera guy following him. Yes. What on earth is Soseki-san doing here?
Wait, are these all the... No, there's another... There's another witness, right? They did the first trial in the last game too.
Tread carefully, Susato. The author fellow knows you from your time in London, doesn't he? If he exposes you for who you really are, it will be over before it begun.
Yes. Of course, I know. I presume Soseki-san won't have forgotten about me. I could certainly never forget him. Although he does seem to have changed somewhat in the 6 months or so that it's been since I last saw him. And as for Inspector Hosonaga, that amazing outfit is hard to believe.
I love this Hosonaga is funny as fuck. I just wish he was more relevant. His turtle! Look at him!
Do I have something on my face? Well, your glasses for one, although they don't seem to be helping you. You see? Helping you see. Blah, 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 blah. Thank goodness he doesn't recognize me either. Huh. I suppose it's this disguise it is. Is it? Blah, blah, blah. I thought that appearing here in these clothes I was wearing at the time would make for a more faithful testimony.
Yeah.
It is my guiding principle to carry out all testimonies flawlessly.
Well, I can appreciate why an Imperial Police Bureau detective might have been present, but what business does a writer such as yourself have being at the scene, Soseki-san?
Well, you see, I've been asking that day to give a lecture on the morning of the incident in the Imperial Yume University's Grand Lecture Hall, no less.
Dead or alive beach volleyball. Yeah, these are the jiggle physics that I want. I don't want any of. What's her Kasumi? What? I forget the main girl's name. I don't want any of that. Give me turtle.
At Yume University.
After the lecture, I had a very pleasant conversation with a researcher from the medicine science department. The professor over there, in fact.
With Professor Mikotoba.
Yes, that's right. It was arranged for one of the newspapers. They wanted some story or other about the 2 former students who studied in Great Britain.
Of course. Being a renowned author, the press never leave me alone. They secretly spy, snapshots, scribble stories, and scupper my privacy.
Such an old game mentioned in Huh, yeah. Who can ever forget the greatness that is Dead or Alive beach volleyball? And the bananas has gone bad, you know?
As you can see here, this conversation was written up in this newspaper here. Read it at your leisure, my provisional struggling student friend. I have plenty of copies.
Thank you very much. You practically threw the paper at me.
Yeah, I forget what it's called too. You just said beach volleyball, and I'm like, I remember. Soseki Natsume article, an article containing an article about an article between my article and article. The article became quite the article. This is the Soseki article has been entered into the article.
Anyway, following my interview with the professor, the lady in question appeared and made a very unexpected announcement. I should like to go with everyone to see her country's coast. Those were her words. As I explained before, Ms. Brett was never taken into custody. She continued to work in my laboratory, under strict surveillance, of course.
At which utterance, the university immediately contacted the government to seek guidance. And the response was, permit Miss Brett to go as long as a detective accompanies her.
That detective I am at liberty to divulge was me, Chief Inspector Satoru Hosonaga.
Thereby, the entire party departed cordially for the seaside, it seems.
It was extremely challenging to clear all the members of the public from the vicinity of the beach.
You're still coughing.
But unfortunately, I am at peak physical fitness at the moment, so I was able to carry out my duty flawlessly. Oh, my Inspector, you...
Bleeding again. Article.
Well, you do have something on your face now. Ah, yes. I was drinking some red wine earlier. Oh, how unsightly. I do apologize. Does that mean you went to the beach too, Father?
No. Fortunately, I had work to finish off. But unfortunately, of course, it meant that as my assistant, Ray was invited to take my place.
Of course! Being a renowned author, I didn't like to decline the invitation. Ah! If only I'd never seen that awful sight! Relentlessly racked and by remorse and regret!
It's like it's like, oh, do not worry. I just had some bad chicken today.
Very well. I must ask now to present your formal testimony to the court. You will give an account of all that you witnessed on your impromptu exertion to the coast.
Yes.
So should I be scared about this? Is it spoilers? Is it something? I'm scared. Don't. I'm scared. Those like I'm just gonna say it things when you say it like that. It's so like. It's just like, please don't say anything bad.
Of course, Your Excellency.
Relentlessly racked by remorse and regret I am.
Is that animation different from when we're in London? The witness scene.
On the day of the incident, I was ordered on a special surveillance assignment in disguise.
I just managed to catch that crab when I suddenly heard
a caterwaul from behind me. Oh, really? That is how you say it, huh? Waul.
I ran into the beach hut at once I found the pair in question.
Yes! That young girl was astride... Astride the Englishwoman, dagger in hand, and she stabbed wildly!
I saw blood on the blade. It proved to me that she stabbed the victim multiple times.
What? No, she didn't. Liar.
Indeed. It does appear from the testimony that both witnesses were present, saw it. Should. And the very moment of this heinous crime.
What?
Now, if you will recall, I promised evidence as well. What phrase did I use again? Yes, it was damning evidence.
What have you there, Counsel? A so-called fountain pen, is it?
Ugh, low pitch. You want me to lower it?
there's already 2 other low people on this screen. Okay, I'll try. Correct, Your Excellency. I found it at the scene whilst examining the body. That's funny. That's really funny. Yeah, that's your voice now. It appears that in her dying moments, with her final ounce of strength. Oh, like this? The victim clutched a piece of evidence that would positively identify her killer.
What? I have to make sure it's correct.
Your Excellency, if you would cast your eyes over the photographic print of the crime scene once more.
Ah, goodness me. That very clearly outlined pen in her hand. And that dead swan! Yes. The victim is clearly grasping something quite deliberately in her hand. That's right. Sorry. That's right. The fountain pen. If you would kindly examine the pen, Your Excellency. Ah, the owner's initials have been engraved on the ebonite barrel. R.M. Raymond Bami. The initials of the defendant. But there's gonna be another R.M. that... Ah, no! Ow! Wow, you really do everything that Ryunosuke does, huh? This fountain pen will be admitted immediately as critical evidence.
Can I look at it? Can I look at the pen? Please?
So, have I omitted anything? Decisive testimony and damning evidence. There's a bright blue sky outside the courtroom today. Perfect weather to ascribe guilt, I feel.
I don't understand. The prosecutor ouched you of 9 months ago. Is none of this man's poise?
Yes, he is. Shisato, they lied. There's something wrong in their testimony.
Counsel for the defense, you may begin your cross-examination now. Naruhodo-san.
Naruhodo. That means... Oh, yes, me.
Is there another Naruhodo-san in my courtroom?
Actually, there isn't even a single Naruhodo in your courtroom.
Consider Cousin Ryutara. Cousin Ryutara. Pull yourself together, please.
Alright. I've seen this countless times as a judicial assistant. Find inconsistencies in the witnesses' testimonies to prove that they're lying somehow. That's all there is to it. That's how a real lawyer would handle a cross-examination. Let's see what I can do.
Okay. Cross-examination. Yeah, it is different. The witness scene. Okay, so yeah, I guess I am gonna press everyone. I'm gonna press everything in this trial. But I wanna look at everything first. Real quick, just to see. She had different masks. That's funny. What is clearly outlined here that'll be like very important? The chair. Oh my god, they hid in the chair. It's either the dress, right? I'm trying to think. The bottle, I think, it's either the bottle, the chair, the dress, the suitcase, the little bottle in the suitcase, or the mask. One of them will be important, I think. Right? Just doing some speculating right now. Wait, he has another cat. That's not Wagahai? What? 今回の I wish I could read this. Yeah, there's nothing. Bike? Bike man? Oh, we can't even look at the pen. Alright.
Hold it!
In that jaunty disguise?
What did it say?
Oh, correct. Wait, no. I mean, it wasn't the first time I worn a swimsuit in a dip in the ocean. It's tried and tested. Do what must be done in order to keep the Englishwoman under surveillance. Those were my orders.
And this tried and tested outfit was the answer?
And being able to blend flawlessly into a crowd is such an important part of the detective's job. I submerged.
Yo, wait, he actually used the turtle.
I submerged myself in the salty water, leaving only Mr. Turtle floating inconspicuously on the surface. Mr. Turtle loves the water.
That's amazing.
But there was no need for you to blend into the background on this assignment, really, was there?
If that made you late arriving on the scene, I think perhaps you had your priorities wrong.
Turtle was spy. Turtle was spy.
Perhaps I shouldn't pursue this line of questioning any further at the moment.
I love that. I managed to catch the crab when I suddenly heard a caterwaul from behind me. Crab?
You're describing the victim's scream, presumably, Soseki-san.
In more literary terms, you might say it was a scream that could have pierced the heavens. Kya! Or something like that. Of course, that's just a metaphor. We renowned authors aren't wont to describing things so.
Soseki-san wasn't at all like this in England.
Yeah, he's kind of a... what is it? Pompous? I was about to say preposterous. Full of himself, right? Anyway, I spun around at the noise and at the beach hut and immediately fell up under my gaze. Ugh.
Yes, the beach hut.
The area was with government ministers.
I thought that said milkers.
The area is popular with government milkers. Many have seaside retreats there for rest and recuperation. Government assigned milkers.
I'm sorry.
Locals are prohibited from entering the area, so it's always very quiet. The beach hut is a simple structure, erected as a place for people to change and take refuge from the sun.
Although, the Englishwoman commandeered the hut for herself, which meant that I was forced to change in my swimsuit on the sand.
I imagine that was rather embarrassing for you.
Well, anyway, I tossed the crab aside and headed for the beach hut at a run. Or, in more literary terms, I decrabbed and beetled off hut-wise. Wow. Yeah, that is another way to say it. He's annoying. I ran into the beach hut at once, where I found the pair in question.
Wait, by pair, you don't mean to say... But how could that be?
Oh, no, you misunderstand. Obviously, I meant the victim and the defendant, Raymond Bami.
Oh, it would have been helpful if you could have just said that from the outset.
If you jump to conclusions like that, you have to expect to fall flat on your face sometimes.
Dear me, pinning your hopes on such an outside chance. Foolish. Very foolish.
It really was an outside chance. I wish I'd realized that before I really said something silly.
So, Inspector, why don't you tell the court how exactly you found the aforementioned pair in the hut?
Oh, well, it was a sorry sight, a really grisly scene. I parted the Norring curtain hanging in the doorway and stepped inside only to see the defendant leaning menacingly over the lifeless body of the victim sprawled on the sand. Oh. Why must you hurt yourself like this? My glasses nearly cracked at the ominous sight that I met with my eyes. Ugh.
How thoroughly appalling!
He doesn't appear to be lying here. Well, Soseki-san, can you confirm what Inspector Hosonaga is saying, I wonder?
You'd like a literary man's opinion. Excuse me. Excuse me. What was that? I don't know what that was. Just like a tick. Oof. Yes, yes, that young girl was astride the Englishwoman as she stabbed wildly.
Stabbed wildly? You actually saw her do it?
Oh, indeed. A terrible specter, a terrapin inspector, a bloody torrent, the author's torment. He's just
Eek.
every sight and every sound is still carved in my melancholy
My memory? I thought that said memory, but it might have said melody.
What did that say?
Memory. Gotta get some see you in Vodland. Oh, go do what you gotta do, man. I'll see you when I see you again, okay, Gold Apple? Bye-bye. Have a good sleep.
That was my impression, at least, as a future literary sensation.
Council! What on earth was that shrill, effeminate scream?
Oh, no, no. What are you insinuating? I'm as manly as a Japanese man as you.
I wonder if I might interject here, Soseki-san. Something you said is troubling me. That was my impression. Your words just now, I believe.
So, do you mean to say you're not confident that you really did see what you've described?
No! I mean, yes! I mean, I know what it is that I saw! My ears didn't deceive me when I heard that scream, hence my eyes didn't deceive me either. I could describe everything I saw vividly. I could publish it all in tomorrow's newspaper serial.
Please close your legs. You're already short.
It sounds as though the next installment of I Am Cad may take a macabre turn.
I think this is a fool's errand. The more we press your author friend on what he saw, the more entrenched he's going to become.
Oh dear, how awkward.
I saw blood on the blade. It proved to me that she stabbed the victim multiple times. She didn't.
She was stabbed multiple times. How can you be sure of that?
Very simple. From the blood on the blade.
The blood?
Yes. You know, when you stab someone.
When I entered the hut, I saw the defendant holding the blade raised up in the air. Yes, yes, that's right! I saw it too!
Oh,
And I noted that there was blood on the blade already at that point. In other words, the victim had already been stabbed at least once by the time I arrived on the scene. Yes, yes, that's right, I saw it too! And the victim was already holding the defendant's fountain pen in her hand too. All of which means to say I'm sure the victim did not die instantly. Yes, yes, right, I saw it too!
maybe a year in London was too much for him. Sounds like he's forgotten how to speak Japanese.
The logic of your argument is sound, at least. Well, as I said, it is my guiding principle to carry out all testimonies flawlessly.
Perhaps it should have been your guiding principle to protect the victim flawlessly? That's just my personal opinion, of course.
Counsel, you will refrain from mocking the witness.
Oh no, I just have so many thoughts whirling around in my head. It's all I can do to stand here, wide-eyed and mute.
Goodness, my dear. You really must try to calm down.
But how am I supposed to find an inconsistency of what these two gentlemen are saying? I don't see why either of them have any reason to lie.
Why you must remember, I think, is that witnesses may inadvertently lie at times. For various reasons, a misunderstanding, a mistaken observation, a delusion, even.
A delusion?
What's important is that we determine the truth. Excuse me. We determine the truth. And there's only one sure way to do that.
Yes, with evidence, of course.
Spoken like a true judicial assistant. During witnesses' testimonies, you can use to pick up pieces of evidence for consideration. So you need to listen carefully at each statement and compare what's said to the details in the court record. Obviously, if you find some conflicting information, there may be the inconsistency you're looking for.
Yes, it's all about inconsistencies. I should know this. I've been studying law for like so long. How long? Who knows?
Once you've identified a witness's statement that appears to conflict with a piece of evidence, present the evidence to the witness and the way ahead will present itself to you. I'm sure.
Yes. All right then. I'll consider the details of all the evidence in a court record against each statement to find an inconsistency. I hope I'm up to the task.
Don't forget that you can have the witness repeat their statements as many times as you like. Everyone has to start at the beginning, remember. So those wide eyes are quite forgivable. And besides, there's no one else to defend the poor girl.
You're right. I need to listen to the testimony again from the start. Wow. So much dialogue to be like, it's there, just fucking look for it.
Objection!
Objection! My finger! Oh, she's doing the Apollo Justice point. Do they all point like that? Phoenix Wright does the weird like my hand is, it's my palm and my pointer finger are like at a, what is that? A 110-degree angle, but she's doing the full 180. Duh. With that accusatory cry that just welled up from deep inside me, I think I finally understand. Every time Kazuma-sama and Naruhodo-san have stood here at the bench, the stakes have been very, very high indeed.
What's the meaning of this menacing pose, Counsel? Your finger! It's too stretched!
I'd like the witness to clarify something for me.
The who? What? Where? When? How?
No, not you, Soseki-san. The query is directed at Inspector Hosonaga.
At me?
In your statement just now, you said that the victim was stabbed multiple times.
Yes, that's right. As I said, when I entered the hut, the defendant was already standing over the victim, bloody knife in hand, like a murderous demon.
And yet, that cannot be.
What? Get to the point, Counsel.
In the postmortem report, it clearly states that the victim was stabbed once only.
Oh!
Oh!
Oh! Ow! Ah!
In other words, Inspector Hosonaga's testimony is clearly flawed. And Soseki-san,
Me?
you claim to have seen Membami-san in those throws.
Holy, I fell asleep. Go to sleep, man. Use my stream to go to sleep. Dude, if you I won't yell anymore.
You claim to have seen Membami-san in the throes of stabbing the victim.
Yes, I did. Wildly.
But both you and the inspector confirmed the same point. There was already blood on the knife that you saw the defendant holding.
I don't feel like sleeping, but you fell asleep. Fine. I'll simply continue my dues until silence occurs.
Yes, and?
It's quite simple. We know the murder weapon was used to stab the victim only once. Therefore, there is no way there could have been any blood on the knife if that single stabbing had already occurred.
True.
Then what is exactly your contention, Counsel? Are you ever going to tell us?
Oh, both of you are still here, even though both of you have alluded to sleep. Oh. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Skinwalker lullaby.
Yes, Your Excellency. There's only one logical conclusion. What Seki-san in fact saw was not the moment that the defendant stabbed the victim at all, but the moment that the defendant was, in fact, withdrew the weapon blade from the victim's body. Power naps. Naps.
Yeah. Oh, you do the bisecular sleeping thing. Not even bisecular. It's like multisecular. I wish I could do that, but I like to have a full sleep when it comes to taking that. That can't be. Wow.
Excellent work, Miss Chisato. I mean, you exploded them with that objection, and then proceeded to pull them apart systematically.
Well, this takes me back.
Why? When I fell asleep. Go to sleep. I'm about to instate rule. Go sleep. If you allude to sleep in my chat, and you don't go to sleep, sleep. Or ban. I love her objection team? Oh, yeah. Go to sleep.
Yes, I seem to remember your cousin staged a scene much like this in that trial 9 months ago. A half-witted child with a half-baked objection, attempting to steal the show.
You're right. There were certain similarities. Except that so-called half-witted child managed to outwit the prosecution with only half a head of hair.
Slander! My head is quite adequately dressed! In any case, all this talk of stabbing and withdrawing and multiple wounds, it makes not a jot of sense.
Jot.
What? Why not?
Engage your brain, young man. When the accused first plunged the deadly weapon into the victim, that was the fatal blow. And it was at that moment that she had withdrawn the blade ready for her next strike that the witnesses saw. The knife was already tainted with blood.
Can't The thing is, I'm your excellency. Your excellency is me. I'm the judge, the jury, and the executioner. I pass down the judgment, I judge the judgment, and I execute judgment. 'Twas I.
All you have successfully shown with your little display is that the mustache author is prone to moments of extravagance.
Ow. I really gotta stop doing that. And so will you. I can't play God anymore, gosh.
I am in agreement with the prosecution. If the defendant was seen wielding the blade at all, that is sufficient grounds to call her actions as to be viewed as suspicious.
But if she was withdrawing the blade,
Then we are back to where we started.
sorry?
Consider this, young yokel boy.
Hey, don't. You make. I'm about. If you make this a competition, I 100% change the rules and ban you. My is right right there. My finger right there. It's gonna happen. Single click of a button.
If the student girl is innocent as you claim, then why would she have pulled out the blade from the victim? And with a demon's cold-blooded composure, too. The prosecution demands an explanation, and it better be good.
Why did Ray pull out the knife?
I won't actually do it, but I do implore you, please go to sleep. Or at least, like, if you have my stream on in the background, that's fine too. I implore you to try.
Yes, going for the jugular.
What does father mean by that? What is a jugular?
Let the court hear your answer then, counsel.
The truth is, I don't really know. But I have to come up with a plausible reason here, or we don't have a case. The reason why the defendant pulled the knife blade out of the victim's body was surely because... Wow, we don't... There's like no... Is there no like... Because I think they're... Honestly, I think their point is valid. I think the whole like... Why would she pull it out is like is real, because we kind of just made that statement out of nowhere. It wasn't to stab her again. No, hide the knife. I think it might. The only one that sounds like innocent here is like to save her life, but that doesn't make sense, right? Why would she want to hide the knife? We haven't seen the knife. My sanity is dead. There's no justice in Dodo World. All there is just judgment, passed on by one singular man, bird. And that bird is me. Yeah, I think it's to save her life. Oh wait, is this gonna be Susato's picture? Oh no, it's just... Why isn't it Susato's silhouette? According to the post... Oh, right. He's so right. He's so right. My gosh, 5 viewers. Please don't bring up my viewer count. Please don't bring it up. I'm gonna delete... Ah! Please. I was just talking about... I was talking earlier about why that's not a good thing. Please don't bring it up again. I know why you might be either excited or like surprised, right? But please, it's not good for me. But yeah, I guess... She's in the Logan. Oh, because her death wasn't fatal. You see, no. No. No, no excuses. Just don't do it again. I see. So she pulled it out. But that's... Wait, that's dumb. You don't pull out something. You don't pull out a knife. You keep it in, and then you hope that she's still alive. Well, very fucked up here, then. That's all that means. According to the postmortem report, the victim's death was not instant.
That's correct.
What are they doing? I will just stop. Please.
I'm very actually tense right now.